Now, CNN is committed to providing the most reliable coverage of news that affects your security. So you got to watch us for that latest information day and night.
We've been getting shot at quite a bit over here to the west.
So what do the Marines do next? We are going to take you on the streets of Fallujah with Charlie Company. The pictures they take are spectacular, but it is not just for show. We are going to show you how a dashboard camera, they're being used to help keep the roads safe. More than 150,000 men and women, American men and women, are on the streets of Iraq trying to keep that country together and keep it safe. Right now, an opportunity to show you what their life and their work is like. It's another dangerous day for a combat unit there. In fact, 4 hours on the streets of Fallujah, and before it's all over, one Marine is wounded. We know this because CNN's Arwa Damon is embedded with those reservists and brought us this report.
Charlie Company hits the streets of Fallujah, a city with a tough reputation.
And just to have the Marines get to know the AO better. They're new here, and trying to engage the local populace, try and find people, see what their attitudes are, what's been going on, have they seen insurgents activity in the area. We've been getting shot at quite a bit over here to the west.
Make sure you're watching all these fucking buildings. Go.
For this Marine Reserve unit, it's a mission like any other day. Except it's Friday, a Muslim holy day, and often picked for insurgent attacks.
Our foot patrols have been getting engaged a lot more than their mobile convoys have. It's an easier target to go after.
And this unit has seen increased violence in the last week, including a heightened threat from snipers. Since the massive operation to take back Fallujah from insurgents in 2004, most residents have returned to their devastated city, and with them the insurgents, not in large numbers, but enough to cause trouble.
Salam, salam.
This Friday, residents are out. Children are happy to see the Marines, always easier to win over than the wary adults. So far, things are going well, but things going well in Iraq can be deceiving.
Yeah, south of Brand, Vaunted Pad's back, we have one hit.
A shot rang out that seemed to come out of nowhere that wounded one Marine. The streets that for the last hour had appeared calm and friendly, within seconds turning hostile.
The medevac team arrives within minutes. The mission has changed. Find the shooter. Everyone wearing khaki pants and black shoes is searched. A Marine saw a man fitting that description running away. Warning shots are fired to stop a fleeing taxi, the insurgents' favorite getaway car. More men are searched.
16's expired.
Tell them to be quiet, please.
One is tested for gunshot residue. The results are negative.
This whole block right
We're
here.
gonna go this way. We're gonna go south.
This whole block right here.
Yep.
And it's becoming frustratingly more apparent that the attacker has fled.
All right, boys, keep your eyes open. Go.
Good news. Word comes that the wounded Marine's injury is non-life-threatening. The men begin to relax. But out here is no place to let down your guard.
But it's hard to stay focused. Just to let you know, when something happens like that, just, hey, it's for real. They're everywhere. They can look at you. You gotta stay alert 24/7 all the time.
One Marine says jokingly, "Are you ready for the death run?" as they dash across the main road back to their base. Arwa Damon, CNN, Fallujah, Iraq.
All right, dash cams shedding new light on reckless drivers. You know, the ones sleepy, distracted behind the wheel, and putting your life in danger. Consumer correspondent Greg Hunter has hair-raising examples of bad driving caught on tape. The story first ran on CNN's Paula Zahn now.
It was another busy morning on New York's Long Island Expressway. Thousands of commuters making their way to work.
I should have been dead. There's no doubt. I still don't understand how I'm not. Don't understand.
The last thing Brian Pacelli, a father of two, remembers is traffic slowing down. Brian is driving the black Audi. Watch the semi-trailer on the right. All of a sudden, cutting through 2 lanes of traffic, Brian's car is trapped.
They put a blanket over me, and I saw them starting to cut up the car. I remember that. I remember
it was bad.
What?
when you saw them starting to cut you out of the car?
Yeah, I knew something was bad. I knew it was bad.
But it could have been worse. Safety experts say that all too often, the drivers of private cars in accidents with trucks or larger vehicles don't live to tell their story. Brian Pacelli was lucky to survive, although he doesn't remember much of the accident. But he knows exactly what happened, thanks to a video camera installed on the windshield of this bus traveling in the left lane. The bus ended up pushing Brian's car under the semi-trailer. Every year, the most accidents in New York State happen in Long Island. In 1 year, there were 45,000 crashes. Many of those happened right here behind me on the Long Island Expressway. More and more of those wrecks are being caught on video, and it teaches us two things: what happened, and more importantly, how they might be prevented. For example, driving in the rain. Distracted driving. Or not keeping a safe distance from the vehicle in front. Mistakes which could be avoided. Bill Schoolman owns a New York transportation company. A few years ago, he installed cameras in all his vehicles.
It's a great business decision because we save lots of money on our insurance and all direct costs also of operating a bus. You save money on front ends, tires, fuel. There's lots of direct benefits operationally you get when people drive more safely.
Schoolman says he saves up to $250,000 a year on insurance. He's so enthusiastic about the cameras, he's now working as a part-time consultant for the company that makes them. The cameras help him keep an eye on his drivers.
This camera, when mounted on the windshield, is the cop in their rear view mirror. They drive more safely. And this camera is on all the time and watching.
That metaphorical cop in the rear view mirror didn't keep this taxi driver from dozing off the wheel while he was working. Watch what happens next. As soon as he falls asleep, he loses control. It's hard to believe he walked away unhurt. But when his boss saw the video, he lost his job. We asked Joan Claybrook, a longtime road safety advocate and former head of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, to look at some video, like this one, from a camera in this New Jersey limousine. The driver says the car on the left was trying to cut him off and almost crashed into him.
Oh my God.
He slammed into the pole on the side of the road. The car caught fire.
Incredible. Just coming out of nowhere and passing on the right.
Totally out of control.
Right. Going too fast. And just
everything blows up.
And it blows up.
How did this end? The limo driver jammed his brakes on to avoid crashing into the car. The driver of the car that blew up walked away with no real injuries. Next, we asked Claybrook to review Brian Pacelli's accident.
All the years that I've driven, I've ever seen a truck behave that way. This video tells the real story. That's why it's so valuable.
Safety experts like Claybrook believe video cameras can help keep all of us safer.
I think you can use it for training of drivers because it will reveal what the mistakes are, what the problems are. Two, you can use it for the police to figure out exactly what happened at a crash.
Brian says the video has changed his view of other drivers. What does this video want to make you do?
Makes me angry. Makes me want to, it's turned me into a safety advocate. There's plenty of people like me every day next to those trucks or buses. That was a loaded gun rolling down the street and nobody knew.
Greg Hunter, CNN, Old Westbury, New York.